Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Duke here.
This is Sea-Dog.
Welcome back to Drive-In Review. We're going to be talking about, what are we talking about today?
We're going to be talking about Jim Belushi films.
All right.
So, like I mentioned last episode, I met him, and really super nice guy. So I figure we can do an episode dedicated, to him.
To James.
Yeah.
James Belushi.
Yes. So yeah. So have you watched any new movies?
Watched Flight Risk.
So did I. What'd you think?
It was kind of hokey.
Yeah.
The special effects were wonky.
Words. Okay.
But it was enjoyable.
Yeah. It was entertaining. I like the fact that it happened pretty much all on a plane,
Yeah.
There was no snakes though, so that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no snakes on this plane.
Yeah.
On this
Monday
Monday through Friday plane. But I like the fact that Mark Wahlberg actually shaved his head for the role.
Yeah.
Like there's a video of him actually doing it. I thought it was a cap at first, but it's not. They actually shaved his head front and back.
Yeah,
that little hairline.
I was wondering if you had done that.
So, but yeah, it was good. What other ones did I watch? I watched 65, which was it was very odd.
Mm-hmm.
It was good, but I just what's the word?
It had a good premise, but it was
Not a good effort.
No.
Yeah, they could have put more effort into it. The graphics
Not
were good.
executed correctly.
There you go. That's what I was looking for. But otherwise entertaining.
Yeah.
So that's all I've seen for this week.
Yeah, I've been pretty busy, so I haven't really watched much of anything.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
Is it?
Right.
It?
Yeah. I mean, it is. It's life.
Yeah.
So that's why we're a week away. Sorry, guys. We're trying to stay on focus and give you guys an episode every week, but life happens.
Yeah.
So
I'm trying to go to school and knock that out, so that's taken up a lot of my time.
And of course, we had Super Bowl weekend, so
yeah, there's that too.
That was busy too. And
I did watch the Breaking Bad movie El Camino.
Oh, okay. All right.
It was pretty good. It was a good continuation of the show.
This isn't part of my segment, but have you seen the 50th anniversary Saturday Night Live?
No, but I heard about Tom Hanks.
Yeah,
walking out. I don't know if he stormed out.
I think it was part of a bit.
Okay, yeah. I don't know if that was exaggerated or because I don't always believe what I read. It's just people blow things out of proportion.
Exactly, but no, I'm looking forward to watching it. And everything because they brought everybody back for this. Like it's insane. Eddie Murphy, Adam Sandler. I mean, all the good ones. So
Chris Farley.
Yeah, they can't bring Chris Farley back.
Oh, wow.
I mean, they could digitally, I guess, but that'd be weird.
Yeah, hologram.
Yeah, that'd be so weird. So, all right. Well, let's move on.
Okay.
Movie news.
Okay.
So, I've got a lot to talk about this week.
Okay.
Because it's been 2 weeks now since our last recording, so I gathered a lot of information. So, here it goes.
Okay.
The late Tony Todd.
Yes.
Has been confirmed to star in Final Destination Bloodlines.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently,
as Bloodworth.
I don't know.
Yeah, Bloodworth.
Is it Bloodworth? That was his name? The mortician?
Yep.
So apparently I guess he filmed all of his scenes because I haven't read anything that, he died during filming. So he must have had this already done before he passed away.
Yeah.
So that's awesome that it's awesome and sad at the same time. It's bittersweet.
Yeah.
We get to see him one last time in the final role. But yeah, make sure you go and check this movie out in theaters. It's going to be the last Final Destination and the last time you'll see Tony Todd. It comes out in theaters May 16th.
Okay. I'm skeptical about a movie called Bloodlines. That doesn't usually turn out well.
Well, it says, and the whole slogan of it too, death runs in the family. I don't know where they're going with this on this one, but I mean, how they're going to connect the dots again, like they have with all the rest of them.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting. But yeah, Miramax is going back to school with a new version of The Faculty from 1998.
Okay.
Robert Rodriguez, who directed the original, is coming back to produce the film.
Okay.
I don't know who's going to be directing it, but it's in the works right now. So yeah, 2 90s movies back to back that we're getting, coming out. The Faculty and Idle Hands.
Yeah.
I mean, they came out about the same time almost.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Around 98.
I really hope they bring Josh Hartnett back at least do a cameo or something. Make him a principal of the school or something.
Elijah Wood.
Yeah, Elijah Wood, yeah. So, yeah, looking forward to that. Hell, even Robert Patrick.
Yeah,
bring
Robert
him
Patrick,
back.
yeah.
Yeah, he was in it. So, yeah, bring him back. Nobody 2.
Yeah.
Starring Bob Odenkirk.
Yep.
Odenkirk.
Yep.
I said that right.
You got it.
Starring Bob Odenkirk, Colin Hanks, Christopher Lloyd, Sharon Stone, and Connie Nielsen, is coming to theaters on August 15th.
Nice.
Looking forward to that one.
I'm glad Christopher Lloyd's coming back.
Yeah. He's still around.
Yeah.
He's still doing the thing.
Coming to KC next month.
I know.
It's like $150 to get an autograph from the guy.
I'll catch him on the street or something and be like, yo,
Yeah.
Doc.
He'll appreciate that.
Super Mario Brothers, the movie 2, will be coming to theaters on April 3rd, 2026.
Okay.
So we still got a whole year and a few months for that one.
Bob Hoskins coming?
No, not that Super Mario. Not that one. The animated one. Okay. So I'm looking forward to it. I like the first one a lot, so we reviewed it. I mean, both of us liked it, so, looking forward to the sequel, seeing what they do with it. Anne Hathaway, I have some news about her.
Okay.
She is set to reprise her role in The Princess Diaries 3, The Royal Secret, as Princess Mia. No word on a release date as of yet, but it's in the works. So
Can't say I've seen any of them.
I've seen them both. They're okay. I hope Julie Andrews comes back. She's still kicking, so
Nice.
She should come back for the Queen. Maybe it's going to be like her. What do they call that? Where they become Queen. It's in Frozen. Damn it! It's not inauguration.
Right.
What the hell is it called?
Coronation.
Coronation. There you go. Yeah, it's Coronation Day. There we go. Okay. Gosh. See, I'm American.
Putting me on the spot.
Man. I know, man. You're the history buff. I don't know this crap. I'm not from London. Sorry, guys. Sorry. We have listeners in UK. I'm not downing you guys. So I just didn't know the proper term. I didn't want to fuck it up.
Jesus, dude.
I know. I had to say that real quick. I'm like, oh, shit, we got listeners in the UK. Better calm that down.
Yeah.
Tom Holland is returning as Sony has confirmed.
Uncharted 2.
Uncharted 2.
Yeah.
It's expected to be released in 2026.
With Mark Wahlberg?
I hope so. It doesn't say. Just all I know is Tom Holland's coming back. So it wouldn't be the same if Mark Wahlberg wasn't back in it somehow. So we know Antonio Banderas isn't coming back.
You didn't say it right.
Antonio Banderas.
Antonio Banderas.
There you go. Dolph Lundgren. I got some Dolph Lundgren news.
Okay.
Is it Lundgren or Lundgren?
Sure.
Yeah. Either way, it's it's spelt that way.
You know who I'm talking about.
He's now cancer-free.
Nice.
Following a 9-year battle after doctors only gave him 2 years to live.
What kind of cancer do you know?
Doesn't say. It just said that he's cancer-free now, so good for him.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I'm happy to hear that. And then Hollywood veteran John Lithgow.
Yeah.
Got some news about him.
Okay.
He is set to play Processor.
Persephone?
Shush! Oh my gosh. He is set to play Professor Dumbledore.
What?
In the upcoming Harry Potter TV series.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's going to be interesting. So,
okay.
And that's it for movie news.
Movie news! All right, enough of that crap. All right, let's start talking about some movies
some
here.
movies.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we do, right?
Yeah, that's what we do. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right.
So the first movie we have up is, if you've not seen it, I recommend it. It's called Mr. Destiny.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Larry Burroughs has spent his life wishing he had just hit that ball.
I just started a half a second sooner.
Were you thinking about that silly baseball game again?
But today is Larry's birthday, and Mr. Destiny has a way of making wishes come true.
Hitting that baseball has spun your life off in an entirely new direction. Things have changed, Larry. This is your house. Those are your children. Cindy Jo's your wife.
Happy birthday, darling.
God help me.
Now Larry's got everything a man could ever want.
Who do these cars belong to? Well, they belong to you, sir. Get the hell out of here. As you wish, sir.
Except the one thing that mattered most. The love he left behind.
I mean, she's my wife, for Pete's sake. She was your wife. Ask me something I couldn't possibly know.
The day I got my driver's license, I got pulled over for speeding. I want to know the name of the song on the radio.
This one.
Touchstone Pictures presents James Belushi and Academy Award winner Michael Caine
My wife hates my guts. My best friend's afraid of me. I'm up in a tree in a tuxedo.
in Mr. Destiny.
You didn't think everything was going to be perfect, did you?
Okay. That was quick. All right, so unhappy Larry Burroughs sees what his life could be like if he had not made that winning home run as a teenager. It's basically your wish I had never been born concept, right. Except this is what happens to Larry Burroughs if he had hit that winning home run.
Yeah, it's been this has been done several times, a few times, anyways. Defending your life and with Albert Brooks and then
and Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep, yeah, and then there's The Family Man came out with Nicolas Cage after this one. So yeah, there's been several of them like that.
Yeah,
but it's kind of it's a Wonderful Life kind of vibe.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Mr. Destiny was released October 12th, 1990. By Touchstone Pictures. It stars Jim Belushi, Linda Hamilton, Michael Caine, John Lovitz, Rene Russo, and Courtney Cox.
Yeah.
It was made on a budget of $20 million. Do you think it flopped?
No.
It did.
Did it? Okay.
And only made $15.3 million.
Oh, wow.
Which is a shame because I really enjoy this movie.
Yeah, I did too.
IMDb rated this a 6.4 out of 10, which is not bad. Letterboxd gave it a 2.9 out of 5. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 35% with a 56% audience approval rating. I gave it an 8.5.
8.5?
Yeah.
I gave it 7 out of 10 slates on that one, yeah.
Well, I grew up with this movie. I watched it quite a bit growing up. And it's still enjoyable. I have no complaints.
Right.
This was shot on location in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Between March and May of 1990, it was shot. It was directed by James Orr, produced by James Orr and Jim Cruikshank.
Okay.
and also written by James Orr and Jim Cruikshank, who also wrote 3 Men and a Baby and Sister Act 2.
Oh, okay.
Back in the Habit.
Back in the Habit.
The score for this film was done by David Newman, who started out as a violinist. You can hear his violin work on scores in E.T., Tron, Star Trek the movie, and Jaws 2. And after that, he composed such movies as Honeymoon in Vegas, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, The Sandlot, Coneheads, Tommy Boy, Galaxy Quest, Bedazzled, Death to Smoochie.
Wow.
So yeah, he's a pretty extensive resume.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
So that's what I got for Mr. Destiny. What you got there, Sea-Dog?
So the Vanderbilt home, Biltmore Estates in Asheville, North Carolina, was used as the filming location for the mansion that Larry finds himself living in with Cindy Jo and their children. This was the film that convinced Michael Caine to return to the UK. After nearly 2 decades in the U.S., he realized he was no longer an A-list actor and was now being relegated to a supporting actor in Hollywood Wills.
I think I read that somewhere before.
Yeah. His agent was still getting less lucrative but more prominent offers in the UK and Europe, where he was still reasonably big name back in his hometown. Caine took this role as it was only a week's work, but reasonably well paid, and used the money to start shipping his belongings back to Britain. He would still do the occasional U.S. Made films over the next few years, but these tended to be as either supporting actors or as little more than extended cameos.
The reason I know that is because we've reviewed this movie before.
Yeah, we have.
Okay, yeah. I forgot until just now.
Yeah, we have. And this is the same thing I talked about the last time. Yeah.
Right.
I'm just now realizing that too.
You're just bringing up old shit.
Yep. That's okay though, because it's been a while since we reviewed this movie. So, and then released straight to video rental in many countries outside North America. This is because most baseball related movies tend to do quite badly outside the U.S., Canada, and Japan.
Yeah.
So that's all I got for movie news, or for movie news for these movie news. For the fun facts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, all right, what are we talking about next?
Well, I think it's about time for Happy Birthday, bitch! All right, every asshole has a birthday, and these are these assholes' birthdays. On February 15th, we have Christopher McDonald, who just turned 70.
Oh, all right. Shooter McGavin.
Yep. Chris Farley would have been 61.
Aw.
And Kevin McCarthy would have been 101.
Wow. Okay.
Today, on February 16th, we have William Catt, super nice guy, just turned 74. Ice-T turns 67. And LeVar Burton turns 68. On the 17th, we have Joseph Gordon-Levitt, who turns 44. Yeah, he's our age.
Yeah, wow. All right.
Michael Bay turns 60.
Michael Bay.
And Lou Diamond Phillips turns 63.
Okay.
On the 18th, we have John Travolta, turns 71. John Hughes would have been 75. And Molly Ringwald is going to be
she's still kicking.
57. On the 19th, Millie Bobby Brown turns 21.
All right.
Benicio del Toro turns 58. And Jeff Daniels turns 70.
Nice.
On the 20th, we have Sidney Poitier, who would have been 98. And French Stewart turns 61.
All right.
And finally, on the 21st, we have Elliot Page turns 38. Jennifer Love Hewitt turns 46. Also, 46 will be Jordan Peele. And Alan Rickman would have been 79.
Oh,
Happy birthday, biatch! All right, so this next movie, I think, goes hand in hand with Mr. Destiny. It is called Taking Care of Business.
From Hollywood Pictures, James Belushi as Spencer Barnes.
Sir, stop!
And Charles Grodin as Spencer Barnes.
Absolutely.
They're two completely different men.
Serious.
Sharing the same name.
Spencer Barnes? Hi, Spencer Barnes. Yeah, it's me.
And creating one huge identity crisis.
Spencer.
Spencer!
Not Spencer.
James Belushi.
This is getting complicated, huh?
Charles Grodin.
This is a disaster.
Taking Care of Business.
I don't know who I am.
Rated R.
All right, I love this movie too.
yes.
An uptight advertising exec has his entire life in a filofax organizer that mistakenly ends up in the hands of a friendly convict who poses as him. You want to explain what a filofax is?
Go ahead.
Well, you know, before the internet and phones and whatnot, people used to have organizers they carried around
Oh,
with
yeah.
them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought I was thinking Rolodex. Is that what the filofax thing is?
Oh, yeah, but, you know, it's basically an organizer that you carry around with
Yeah.
you instead of
Right. Right. I get you.
instead of something that sits on your desk and you flip through it.
Yeah.
So, Taking Care of Business was released August 17th, 1990, which was shortly after? Or was it before? No, it was shortly before, a couple months before Mr. Destiny.
Yeah.
And it stars Jim Belushi, Charles Grodin, Hector Alonso, and Ken Foray,
Okay.
who's a pretty nice guy as well,
Right.
my opinion. It was made on a budget of $15 million. Do you think it flopped?
Yes.
Pretty much. It only made $20 million.
Yeah.
Didn't quite make its money back. IMDb rated this also a 6.4. Letterboxd also rated this a 2.9 out of 5. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 33% with a 52% audience approval rating. I also gave this an 8.5 out of 10.
Again, I gave it 7 out of 10.
Okay.
So it's a good movie. I like it. It's entertaining.
I got to the point where I was going through these reviews on this movie, and I had to stop and make sure that I was reviewing the right movie because all the numbers were almost the same
Right.
as Mr. Destiny.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I think this movie goes quite well.
Yeah. Hand in hand. With
Yeah,
it.
yeah, totally. This was shot on location in the LA area between November 1989 and February of 1990. It was directed by Arthur Hiller. You know that name?
No.
We've talked about
Have
a
we
couple
talked about
times.
her?
Yeah,
Okay.
we've talked about him.
Sorry.
Arthur Hiller.
Arthur.
Yeah.
Okay.
He directed See No Evil, Hear No Evil, Silver Streak, and The Out of Towners, the
Okay.
original with Jack
Right.
Lemmon.
Right.
Taking Care of Business was produced by Jeffrey Taylor, who also produced Down and Out in Beverly Hills.
Okay.
And it was written by Jill Mazursky, who also wrote Gone Fishing. And this was J.J. Abrams' first writing credit.
Oh, stole my thunder. That's okay.
I knew you were going to say
Yeah,
that.
that's okay.
And the score for this movie was done by Stuart Copeland. And if you don't know who Stuart Copeland is,
I've heard of him.
he was the drummer for The Police.
Yes. Yeah.
And he's also done scores for a number of other movies.
Right. Right.
What you got, Sea-Dog?
Well, besides that, this was J.J. Abrams' first film, since you already mentioned that. Jim Belushi is a real-life diehard Chicago Cubs fan. Chicago Cubs fan.
You're having another hearty attack.
Yeah, he, who's actually sung "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" on numerous occasions in Wrigley Field in honor of late Cubs announcer Harry Carey.
Yeah. Harry Carey.
J.J. Abrams, who was the writer for this film, makes an appearance as the first passenger on Spencer Barnes' plane towards the beginning of the film, about 16 minutes in.
Spencer!
Yeah. Marjorie Bransfield, Jim Belushi's wife at the time, appears at the tennis club receptionist, as the tennis club receptionist.
Okay.
The film was originally rated PG-13. However, the studio last minute wanted an R rating. So
That's different.
Yeah. So several uses of the word F, or of the F word, were added to get that rating.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So just because in order for it to be an R rating, there has to be so many cuss words and everything, especially the F bomb. So they just started.
Yeah.
Two. Fuck it.
You gotta have two.
You gotta have two.
You can have one in a PG-13. I don't know if that's the rule still.
Yeah.
I think it is. But you can have like 2 shits and 1 fuck. And that's your R, and that's a PG-13.
Okay.
You get more than 1 fuck, that's an R.
Okay. All right. There we go.
How long has it been since you've seen this movie?
It's probably been over 10 years, but I've seen it, at least 10 times in my lifetime. It's a great movie. I've seen it on cable for the first time, and every time it came on, I had to watch it. Yeah. So it's good. I like the whole identity theft, thing where that was fun. And poor George Charles Grodin. Charles Grodin. Oh my gosh, I can't talk today.
I love Charles Grodin.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Right.
He's hilarious. Everything that I've seen him in, he's just, and that like little part that he was in, and So I Married an Axe Murderer. Yeah, and he's not like he's not like outrageously hilarious. He's just like kind of plain. He's very deadpan. Yeah, very deadpan. Just the shit that he does is funny. Anyways, I got more. I got lots. On this movie. The idea for the film was suggested by Gene Siskel. We all know him from Siskel and Ebert from 1986. He recapping the worst films of 1987. In the introduction, one of his choices, Like Father, Like Son, with Kirk Cameron and George Burns. Yeah. Or not George Burns. No, that was 17 again. Yeah. Arthur. Dudley Moore. Thank you. Yes, Dudley Moore. Anyways, Siskel thought that instead of 2 guys trading bodies, they should trade wallets instead. Okay. Co-host Roger Ebert, he liked the idea, and Siskel said they probably could sell that script in Hollywood. Well, later on they did. And then, of course, it came out with another version with trading places. Trading places. I almost said it again. Almost trading spaces. I almost did it again. Watch way too much TV. I do. Damn TLC. Bill Murray was asked to play Jimmy, but was forced to turn the part down as he was co-directing and starring in Quick Change. Okay. At the same time, Murray was a close friend of James Belushi's brother, John Belushi, who passed away 8 years before this movie. Chevy Chase, Rick Moranis, Steve Martin, Albert Brooks, Richard Dreyfuss, and Dennis Hopper were all offered the role of Spencer Barnes, but were busy at the time with other movies in past. Dennis Hopper? Yeah. That would be different. Right? John Goodman was offered a chance to play Jimmy in this movie by Hollywood Pictures, who gave him the option to do this film or their first ever released movie, Arachnophobia. Ooh. And he went and chose Arachnophobia. He said it came out a month before this movie. Excuse me. He liked the script for this movie and considered it, but when it was discovered that Arachnophobia would be directed by Frank Marshall and produced by Steven Spielberg, he passed on this one to do that one because just the loyalty that he had for Marshall and Spielberg. Okay. And everything. Well, John Goodman was one of the big reasons I went to the theater to see Arachnophobia. Yeah. So that was a good choice. Yes. I think. Yes, it was. And then Joe Pesci
was considered for the role of Jimmy as well.
Okay.
But was far too busy with other movies at the time to commit. He later teamed up with J.J. Abrams and Jill Mazursky, who wrote this movie 7 years later for Gone Fishing.
Gone Fishing, yeah.
Yep. Which both also wrote and was released by Disney's Hollywood Pictures brand, as was this movie.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's it.
Cool.
That's all I got.
All right.
Before we move on, we have a biography that we didn't read.
Okay. Well, let's talk about Jim.
Okay, yeah, let's talk about Jim. Do you have it or
no?
Oh, you want me to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Talk about Jim. Tell us about Jim C. Jog.
I will talk about him here in just a second.
C. Jog.
Did you mean for all those words to come out together, or did they just fall out randomly?
So, Jim Belushi, born June 15th, 1954, as James Belushi. He's the younger brother of the late John Belushi, who we lost in 1982 due to a drug overdose. Drug overdose.
Yeah.
He was born in Chicago, Illinois, but was raised in Wheaton, Illinois, which is about 35 miles west of Chicago.
Okay.
Where he graduated from Wheaton Central High School. He then joined the College of DuPage, where he took speech and theater. I almost said therapy.
Speech and therapy.
I almost said I need speech therapy. Where he took speech and theater classes before switching to the University of Illinois in 1977, where he got his degree in speech and theater arts.
Okay.
He got his first TV role a year later in the sitcom Who's Watching the Kids. Have you ever seen that one?
No.
I never have either.
Is that late 70s?
It was 78.
Okay.
When he got this role. He scored his first film part in the 1980 movie Thief.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that here soon. His career made a huge leap when he followed his late brother's footsteps and joined Saturday Night Live in 1983. Mm-hmm. He went on to star in several high-profile films such as Jumpin' Jack Flash, K-9, and Curly Sue.
Yep.
In October 2001, he starred in a primetime sitcom, According to Jim, which ran for 8 seasons, ending in June 2009.
Damn, 8 seasons, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a good show.
Okay.
So it was long running.
I haven't seen it. I'm not much of a TV guy.
It was good. He's also a musician.
Is he?
Yeah, just like his brother. Frequently performing with his blues band, the Sacred Hearts.
Is he guitar?
I think so. Or harmonica.
Well, wasn't he was in Blues Brothers 2000, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then these days he still takes part in acting, but has been busy promoting his cannabis products from his farm in Oregon.
Hence why you...
Yes, that's why that's where I was able to meet him at. Mm-hmm. He was promoting his new brand.
Because you're such a huge pothead.
Yeah. Let me tell you, that was awkward. But, yes. But yeah, he has signature brands such as the Blues Brothers and Belushi Farms.
Okay.
Which he introduced this in a 6-part series in 2015 called Building Belushi.
Podcast?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it was a show.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was a show. So, and that is my biography for Jim Belushi.
Cool. Well, I wish you luck, Jim, on your company.
And if you're listening, please continue because it was awesome. I gave him a card. He said he was going to listen. So let's see.
That's not what I meant to press, but that'll work. That'll work.
Right?
Okay.
All right. So what's next?
Well, I got some movie trivia for you. You ready to slam your brain?
Yes.
Movie trivia.
All right. Hit me with it because I'm going to suck at this.
All right. Well, I got 3 different things we're going to play around with. What?
Should we reveal what the answers for last week?
Let's do that.
Let's do that. So the question was, the quote was, I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
Yeah.
Which you did not know, which shocked the hell out of me and everybody, really. being a movie buff you are.
And I said I was going to face palm myself, and I did.
Yes, you
once
did.
I found out what it was. But the thing is, in my own defense, I haven't seen that movie in maybe 10 years.
Right. So there's two listeners that got the answer correct. That would be Stephanie DeBrevi from North Kansas City, Missouri, and Justin McDaniel from Rayville, Missouri.
Okay.
And the answer was Spaceballs.
Yeah. Play me.
Careful, you idiot. I said across her nose, not up it. Sorry, sir. Doing my best. Who made that man the gunner?
I did, sir. He's my cousin.
Who is he?
He's an asshole, sir.
I know that. What's his name?
That is his name, sir. Asshole. Major asshole.
And his cousin?
He's an asshole, too, sir. Gunner's mate, first class, Philip Asshole.
How many assholes we got on this ship anyhow?
Go!
I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
And there you go. Classic scene.
Yeah.
So, so yeah, kudos to them for getting it right. And you know, like I said, if you know the right answer and we get it wrong and you know it, chime in, comment, and we'll give you a shout out for it.
Yep. Well done.
So, the other question, I got everybody on this one. Nobody knew this one, and I you know, you got the aliens correct, so we don't have to repeat that one.
Okay.
But the other one was that he was hunted by a predator. He felt the red heat of Mars, and had to run from it, and then became a teacher.
Yeah.
So I threw you off. It was play on words.
Yeah.
But the answer was Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Well, because of the play on words, I didn't understand the assignment.
Right. It's a quiz. It's a trivia.
Yeah.
So, you know, it was a play on
I get
words.
it now.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was the whole red heat of Mars
Yeah.
that threw you off.
Derp.
It threw everybody off.
Yeah.
So,
red heat.
but yeah, the answer was Arnold Schwarzenegger. So,
Yep.
there you go. All right. So, yeah, what do you got for me?
You ready?
No, but let's go.
Okay. Well, the first one is a movie quote.
Okay.
Okay. And I do have, yeah. I have a hint for you if you can't get it.
Okay.
But
I will take a hint.
okay. Well,
let's see first.
Let's see what it,
yeah, let's see first.
All right. The quote is, you ought to spend a little more time trying to do something with your life and a little less time trying to impress people.
Oh, I know that. Oh my gosh. Is it Steve Martin?
No.
No, damn it. Okay. Give me a hint.
All right. Your hint is this movie just yesterday celebrated its 40th anniversary.
Oh, of course. Oh, damn it. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll save that.
Okay.
Save that for next week. I'm going to smack myself because I know that line. I know that line.
You ought to spend a little more time trying to do something with your life and a little less time trying to impress people.
Right.
All right.
Next.
That was your movie quote.
Yes.
The next thing I have is called Release Me.
Release me. Okay.
So what I have for you is a fairly vague description of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's a blockbuster film.
Okay.
And you have to give me the name of the movie and the year it came out.
Oh, gosh.
And
okay.
I will accept one of 2 years because of when it was released. It could be one of two.
Okay.
All right. You ready? Here's your description.
Mm-hmm.
This movie was set in the American South in the mid-20th century. She grows to love her black friend, and her son is Dan Aykroyd. It was set in the American South in the mid-20th century. She grows to love her black friend, and her son is Dan Aykroyd.
Oh, Driving Miss Daisy.
Okay. What year?
80, no.
Yeah, I mean, you're...
82.
No, it's
No.
not that old.
Damn.
No. But you got the movie, so I'll give it to you.
Okay. I get a half point at least.
It was released, it premiered in December of 1989. There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. It premiered in 1989. No, it premiered
89.
in December of 1989 and got
Okay.
a wide release in 1990, in
Okay.
January of 1990.
All right. Wow, I got it. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Driving Miss Daisy.
Yeah. All right. What you got for me?
Okay.
This is the new one. The new
So
category.
I have a new category for you. It's basically your 20 questions game. I have a movie in my head.
Okay.
And you have to guess it.
All right.
20 questions.
Okay.
And I can only give you yes or no answers.
All right. What genre?
I can only give you yes or no questions.
Oh.
Or answers.
Okay. Is it a 1980s film?
No.
Okay. Is it a comedy?
Yes.
Okay. Is it a 1990s film?
Yes.
Does it star Adam Sandler?
No.
Does it star Jim Belushi?
No.
Okay. Does it star Chris Farley?
No.
Okay. I'm going off track here. Yes or no answers. That sucks, man. Jeez. Okay.
Okay, we've established it's a 90s comedy.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. I just don't know who stars in 90s comedy. Does it star John Candy?
No.
Okay. See, I'm.
It's okay.
I
Keep
don't
going.
have nothing to go
It's
with.
all right.
Is it a Michael Bay film? No.
I'm not going to count that one. Because every Michael Bay movie is a comedy.
Was it produced by Disney?
No.
Okay. That is not going to help me either. And, does it have a co-star?
I mean, like a significant co-star?
Yes.
Like it's...
Like a team?
No.
Like John Candy, Steve Martin?
No.
No, okay.
No.
Gosh.
You can do it, man. You got 11 to go.
I know, man. This is going to take me forever.
No, because you only have 11.
I know. Gosh. Does it star Richard Pryor?
No.
Okay. Eddie Murphy?
No.
I'm just... I need a leverage. I need a branch to go off of. All I know is it's a 90s comedy. There's so many.
Okay. It is a mid-90s.
Mid-90s. Okay.
Mid-90s comedy.
Thank you for the hint.
Yeah. Just break it down a little bit for you.
All right. Is it American Pie?
No.
Okay. Is it Half Baked?
No, those are both late 90s.
Late 90s. Okay. Damn it. Mid-90s. Was it like 94, 95? Is it Parenthood?
No. That's early 90s.
Damn it. I'm all over the chart. Oh, gosh. My screen went blank.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, gosh.
Come on, you got 6 more to go.
Okay, who did I say? I'm thinking. Is it a Mike Myers film?
No.
No. Okay.
Just do it!
I know. I can't. You gotta give me something. Yes or no.
5 more.
Can I have 5 more questions?
Now you got 4 more.
No. Okay.
Still 5. Still 5.
Jesus. Is it a comedy drama?
No.
No. Just strictly comedy.
Yeah, I won't count that question.
Okay. Does it star Jim Carrey?
Yes.
Is it Liar Liar?
No.
Is it Ace Ventura?
You got it.
Okay.
With 1 to go.
Oh my God. That's hard.
You got it in 19.
That is tough, but I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. All right. Well, that was
well done.
Yeah, that was cool. I liked it.
Cool. Michael Bay.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, let's talk about some Jim Belushi movies.
Yes.
This next movie was released in 1991, and it's called Curly Sue.
Curly Sue. Where's it at?
Just do it! Look out, America. The world's smallest con artist is in town.
Why don't you pick on someone your own size, big ugly chump?
She's got a killer smile.
Crack me right on the top of the head, all right?
You're gonna cry.
A knockout swing. And a partner.
Okay.
In crime.
We don't steal.
But we cheat.
We don't break any laws.
Well, some laws we do.
Not the good ones.
They know a good scam. When they pull one.
You killed my daddy!
Or not! What possessed you to invite vagabonds into your home?
Now, they're going from the poor house to the penthouse.
This was the Ritz.
From director John Hughes, creator of Home Alone, comes James Belushi in Curly Suit.
You scared the living hell out of Curly Sue!
What is she, the lost stooge?
A little con artist who finally gets what she deserves. A family.
You're a man. She's a woman. Bubba, bubba.
Give us a kiss.
Please, we're in public.
May I?
May you what?
Kiss your cheek.
In a pig's eye.
James Belushi, Kelly Lynch, and Allison Porter. Curly Sue.
I feel like an idiot.
Big laughs come in small packages.
In a Pig's Eye. I'm bringing it back.
Yes.
All right, so Curly Sue was released October 25th, 1991 by Warner Brothers. And it stars Jim Belushi, Allison Porter, who we remember from the Pepsi commercials.
Yeah.
John Getz, Kelly Lynch, Steve Carell in an early role. Edie McClurg, you gotta love Edie McClurg.
Yes.
And also an appearance by John Ashton.
Yes.
It was made on a budget of $25 million. Do you think it flopped?
No.
Yep.
It did?
$33.6 million.
Wow.
Yeah, it didn't double its money to make his money back.
Gosh.
So,
I'm surprised. Such a good movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
What'd you give it?
Oh, I'll get there.
Oh, yeah, duh.
IMDb rated this a 5.9 out of 10, which was lower than Taking Care of Business and Mr. Destiny, which surprises me, actually. Letterboxd gave it a 2.9 out of 5. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 13% with a 50% audience approval rating. I gave it an 8 out of 10. Solid 8 out of 10.
I gave it 9 out of 10. This is my favorite Jim Belushi film of all time.
Okay.
Yeah. Of all of his movies, this is my favorite.
We haven't talked about my favorite yet.
Yeah. We'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there.
So, but yeah. Yeah, I watched this movie a million times growing up and everything. It's good, heartfelt movie and everything, and has comedy to it as well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's a good one. And I haven't seen it in a while, but
yeah,
it's another film that I grew up with and watched quite a bit growing up.
Yeah, I mean, Allison Porter will, she'll steal your heart. Like, it's cool.
Yep. All right, so Curly Sue was shot on location in Chicago and in Evanston, Illinois, which is southern Illinois, close to the border of Kentucky. Between November 1990 and March of 1991, it was directed, produced, and written by John Hughes. And the score was done by, I'm going to butcher this because I never took a French class.
That's okay.
It's Jorge Delarue. I don't know if you're French.
Right.
If you're French, do they say Jorge? I don't know. It looks like George's.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm really bad at French. I apologize.
Right.
But he did the score for Platoon, Twins, Joe versus the Volcano, and many French films, which I'm not even going to try to get into.
Yeah.
At this point. But yeah.
Okay. All right.
What you got, Sea Dog?
Well, as you mentioned, this was Steve Carell and Adele Robbins' first film debut.
Okay.
From the movie. Ralph Foodie who was the gangster in the movies. Kevin watches in Home Alone.
Which one?
Both of them.
No, which?
Oh, which gangster? He was the
older guy.
The older guy.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna give you to the count of 3 to get your whatever out of my door.
Yeah. Out of my door.
Out of my door. But yeah, he's a homeless man. He's
What's so damn funny?
He's a homeless man who steals the ring and sells it in the pawn shop.
Okay.
So that's him. John Hughes, this was his final film as a director.
Mm-hmm.
He would continue to work as a screenwriter and producer until his death in 2009.
Yeah.
Christina Ricci was John Hughes's first choice for the role of Curly Sue after Hughes had seen her in Mermaids.
Yeah.
But Ricci was unavailable as she was busy shooting The Addams Family.
Okay, yeah.
According to Kelly Lynch, Jim Belushi and John Hughes did not get along and argued constantly.
Really?
Yeah. Production was actually shut down for a while because Belushi refused to come to the set. So,
okay.
They didn't get along.
It happens, I guess.
Right. In 2016, we saw Allison Porter once again, who played Curly Sue.
Mm-hmm.
She won season 10 of The Voice in 2011.
Oh.
So.
I've never watched The Voice. I didn't know it was a competition.
Yeah. She won season 10.
Oh, I'm thinking of The View. My bad.
Right.
The View and The Voice are completely different shows.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Sorry.
Totally different. John Hughes had originally asked John Williams to compose the music for this film after their collaboration on Home Alone, but Williams was busy working with Steven Spielberg on Hook.
Okay.
Hughes then hired Delarue, having been impressed with his work on Steel Magnolias.
Okay.
So there's another movie that he's composed. Bill Murray turned down the role of Bill Dancer because he was busy shooting What About Bob?
Okay.
And the only movie directed by John Hughes that was distributed by Warner Brothers.
Okay.
John Travolta, Jeff Goldblum, Michael Keaton, Richard Dreyfuss, Kurt Russell, John Goodman, Sylvester Stallone, Mel Gibson, Ray Liotta, Jeff Bridges, I'm not done yet, Steven Guttenberg, Tom Selleck, and Bruce Willis were all considered for the role of Bill Dancer.
Wow.
So, kudos to Jim Belushi for getting the role after all of those high-profile actors getting, and stuff. But back then they weren't so high-profile.
Yeah.
A few of them were, but yeah. But he got the role
Gutenberg.
out of all of those. Yeah. Linda Hamilton was considered for the role of Gray, but she was unavailable as she was shooting Terminator 2.
Okay.
At the same time, Gina Davis, Kirstie Alley, Olivia Newton-John, Laura Dern, Andy McDowell, Sigourney Weaver, Jamie Lee Curtis, Kathleen Turner, and Goldie Hawn were all considered for this role.
Wow.
So.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, kudos to her for getting
Kelly Lynch.
Yeah, Kelly Lynch for getting it.
I don't think Jim Belushi was too excited about it. But.
Right. Kevin Spacey was originally cast as Walker McCormick, but had to drop out due to scheduling conflicts. I think that would have been kind of cool to see him in there.
Okay.
He would have done it well. Alec Baldwin was originally cast as Bill Dancer, even.
Oh, okay.
But was unavailable due to his commitment to a Broadway production.
Called Dust?
No, it was, Rust. That was Rust. A Streetcar Named Desire. But yeah, all those actors, Jesus. And then, Jim got it. That's crazy. How many actors, how many roles and auditions they go through.
Sure.
And stuff. It's crazy. But kudos to them. But yeah, Alec Baldwin, that was another person that we talked about that we was originally going to be our 7 steps.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that here in a minute.
Let's do it now.
Yeah,
Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel.
Oh, wait, we got music. Let's play some music.
Oh, okay.
All right, so you know how this goes. We explained it last time.
Yeah.
I gotta get volume down on this. All right, so we named 2 actors, and we have to connect them within 7 movies.
Okay.
So let's hop right to it.
Gotta start up that Model T. All right.
What you got?
We're going to do, can you connect John Candy to Mark Wahlberg?
Mark Wahlberg. I can.
Do it.
All right. So you have John Candy and Bob Gunton. You know who Bob Gunton is? He's the warden from Shawshank Redemption. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
He was also in Ace Ventura.
Okay.
When Nature Calls.
Okay.
He was in that one. But they are both in the movie JFK together.
Okay.
And then you have Bob Gunton with Mark Wahlberg in The Perfect Storm.
Okay.
So I got it
in 2. Well, I got it in 3.
Okay. What you got?
Well, I got John Candy to John Hurd in Home Alone.
Right.
John Hurd to John Goodman in Chud.
Okay.
So we know John Goodman played a small role as a police officer in one of the cafes, the New York cafes, that gets attacked by one of the Chuds.
It counts.
And John Goodman to Mark Wahlberg in The Gambler.
All right. Okay. Well,
you beat me this time.
I know. I got you. I would have really got you for the original, because we were going to go with Alec Baldwin and Mark Wahlberg, and you were neglected to realize they were in The Departed together.
Yeah, The Departed.
So,
yeah.
Everybody was in that movie, so
yeah,
it's crazy. But yeah, so there we go. If you think by some chance in hell that Mark Wahlberg and John Candy were in a movie together, which I highly doubt, but if you can do your research and figure it out, let us know.
Yeah, John Candy was in a Funky Bunch video.
Because that would be weird.
Nice.
So,
all right, let's move on. I got another movie for you.
Okay, what you got?
It's my favorite Jim Belushi movie. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about The Principal.
The Principal.
Some people think Rick Latimer shouldn't be a teacher.
All right, bring him up. Linda, I want you wearing a bra to class.
Rick, grow up.
I'm trying.
And now he's been promoted to the bottom of the barrel. A war zone called Brandell High. His job? Principal.
Who do you think you are, Dirty Harry or somebody?
So you're the new principal.
Yes. Hi. Must be the captain of the debating team? No?
Come from all over the district. They even come with their own customs and traditions. Burglary, weapons, truants, all them nice things.
I want you guys to be comfortable here. I want you to think of the school as a home away from prison.
Man, do you know where you are? Ain't you heard what they say about this school?
His opposition. Everybody.
No more gang intimidation, arson, robbery, rape, or whatever the hell you've been majoring in here. No more!
You talk too much.
Can you tell me what class this is for?
Any class Victor Duncan tries to kill me in.
This school here is my school. I make the rules.
I want these guys put on temporary payroll as security guards.
But they're teachers!
They're big teachers.
His allies. Just one.
I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, I know you're glad. You'd be dead by now.
They want to keep him out.
If you're trying to reach me, I just cut your hand off.
I got another one.
He wants
I want to make a school on it.
to keep them in.
Give me 5, I'll buy.
Come on the side. down low. Too slow, man. You can't just teach the easy ones and throw the rest in the garbage.
You're not the principal here anymore. And if you come back tomorrow and you try, you're going home with a body bag.
James Belushi.
I'll be here tomorrow.
And Louis Gossett Jr.
Hey, Rick. I'll be here too, man.
in The Principal.
All right, so in The Principal, Jim plays a teacher and is assigned to be the principal in a violent, crime-ridden high school. The reason this is my favorite of the Jim movies is because I'm a sucker for high school dramas.
I can name a few.
Yeah, Stand and Deliver.
Lean on Me.
Lean on Me is another great one.
Lights Out.
Yeah.
The Substitute.
Or Light It Up.
Light It Up, yeah. Light It Up, not Lights Out.
Yeah.
The Substitute.
Yeah, that's another good one, yeah. So, The Principal, was released September 18th, 1987 by TriStar Pictures. It stars Jim Belushi, Louis Gossett Jr., Radon Chong, Michael Wright, and Kelly Jo Minter.
Okay.
It was made on a budget of $11 million. Do you think it flopped?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, kind of. It made $19.7 million.
Okay. I'm just going with the flow here.
Okay.
It seems like all of them have flopped.
I don't know why, because
very surprising.
They're all great. They're classics, in my opinion. IMDb rated this one a 6.3 out of 10. Letterboxd gave it a 3 out of 5. And Rotten Tomatoes gave it 44% with a 51% audience approval rating. I gave it a 9 out of 10.
I gave it 8 out of 10.
Okay, that's fair.
This is my second favorite one.
Cool. This was shot on location in Oakland, Alameda, and Walnut Creek, California, between February and April of 1987. It was directed by Christopher Kane, who also directed Young Guns, Pure Country, Next Karate Kid, and Gone Fishing.
Gone Fishing, yeah.
It was produced by Thomas H. Brodick, who also produced Transylvania 65000. It was written by Frank Deese, and the score was done by Jay Gruska, who also worked on the score for Commando, Mo Money. He lent music to soundtracks for Little Shop of Horrors and Adventures in Babysitting, and also did some TV work.
Nice.
Score was also done by Strafe.
Strafe?
Strafe.
Okay.
That's all I got.
All right. Well, Northgate High School in Walnut Creek, California, was used as the filming location for the affluent school at the beginning of the film.
Is it still there?
Huh?
Is it still there?
Yes. I don't know. I didn't look that up. I should have.
Okay.
So, but anyways, many students and teachers served as extras. After filming of the scenes were finished, Jim Belushi posed for a picture with everyone from that school. The picture has been printed in the yearbook from that year since.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So hopefully it's still there, because that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Michael Keaton was considered for the role of Rick Latimer, as was Gary Busey.
Oh, okay.
Who had to turn down the part because he was
too busy with buttered sausage.
Yeah, right. Let's talk about buttered sausage. That video cracks me up. But yeah, he was too busy shooting Lethal Weapon.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
But that was before his stroke.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he had a bike wreck.
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was a bike. Yeah.
Was it a bike
motorcycle
wreck? I thought
wreck.
he had a stroke.
No, he had a motorcycle wreck.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Man, that fucked him up.
It did.
I mean,
yeah.
bad.
And they didn't know how bad it messed him up until much later.
Yeah, like not just physically, but mentally as well too. Like, because he, kudos to him, but he says some whacked out shit right now.
Yeah,
like buttered sausage. what it does to you? But anyways, all right, off of buttered sausage. Let's go. In this movie, Rick Latimer, who's played by Jim Belushi, is supposed to be much older than Victor Duncan, Michael Wright's character. But in real life, they are less than 2 years apart in age.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I said before, Belushi was born in June 1954, and Wright was born in April of 1956.
Damn.
Yeah, so not that far apart from each other.
Hollywood.
Hollywood magic. Get a 20-year-old to play a 12-year-old.
Yep.
Actor Kelly Minter, who portrayed Trina, the unhappy teenager unhappy teenager mother hooked up with the wrong crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
That hurt.
Which I believe was this came out the same year as Summer School, which she was also in.
Yes, because you will remember her by the 1987 year Summer School. Yeah.
Oh, that's what you're going to say?
That's what I was going to say.
Okay.
I was trying to spit it out.
Okay.
But you said it for me,
all right.
so that's
There
all
we
right.
go.
Good deal. And yeah, that's all I got.
Okay.
So.
Cool. Do we have any other fun little things?
Yeah, actually. Well, let's
we still got a couple more movies.
Yeah, let's take a break.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Join us at the Drive-In Review for in-depth discussions, hot takes, and behind-the-scenes insights into your favorite films.
Whether you're a cinephile or just love a good movie night, our podcast has something for everyone.
From blockbusters to hidden gems, we dive into it all with passion and humor.
Plus, engage in fun games and movie trivia that will test your film knowledge and keep you entertained.
Visit our website at www.driveinreview.com and click on any of the platform icons to tune in, and subscribe to our social media for the latest updates.
Or you can browse through our movie posters and our ratings on them.
Join our community of movie lovers and give us your thoughts, your answers, or just berate us on our mispronunciations.
Yeah. So let's enjoy the cinematic adventure together, and thank you for listening.
Yeah.
Yeah. It kills me.
So what's our next movie?
We're going to talk about Thief. This was, we're going to talk about Thief for two reasons. One, it was his very first film role.
Yes.
And two, he personally recommended it to you.
He did.
To watch.
He did.
So let's talk about Thief.
All right.
What the hell do you think that I do? I wear $800 suits. I wear a gold watch. I'm a thief.
You want to put down contract scores all over the country, working directly for me?
I am self-employed.
I'll make you a millionaire in 4 months. So what do you say, Frank?
They gotta be big scores, they gotta be fast. 1, 2, top.
You don't know from one day to the next whether you're going to be killed, go home, or get busted.
Look, I have run out of time. So I'm just asking you to be with me. You got a problem? I go to work for you, I'm pulling a lot of exposure.
Are they involved? I mean, can they hear everything we're saying all the time?
Look, we're your new partners. We're in for 10 points. Our end goes with the territory. They don't run me, and you don't run me. I want my end, and I am out. You don't want to work for me? What's wrong with you?
You do what I say. I run you. I want you work until you are burned out, you are busted, or you're dead.
I am the last guy in the world that you want to mess with.
All right, so Thief was released March 27th, 1981 by Man-Con Productions.
Mm-hmm.
It stars James Caan, Tuesday Weld, Willie Nelson, Jim Belushi, Robert Prosky, and Dennis Farina.
Yes.
Very
young Robert Prosky.
Yeah. A couple years before Christine.
Mm-hmm.
This was made on a budget of $5.5 million. Do you think it flopped?
Yeah.
No,
it didn't.
It made its money back.
Okay.
11.4 million.
Wow.
IMDb rated this a 7.4 out of 10. Letterboxd gave it a 4.1 out of 5.
Mm-hmm.
And Rotten Tomatoes gave it an 80% with an 81% audience approval rating. I gave it a 5 out of 10.
I did the same. It didn't. I'm sorry, Jim. I know you recommended this and everything, and the kudos to you for this being your first film, but you got better.
The thing I didn't like about it was the pacing.
Yeah, it was very slow driven. Yeah,
but I thought it was a very beautifully made film.
Mm-hmm.
I think this would look great on 4K. It's got that blue hue about it.
Yeah.
The acting was phenomenal. Everybody did a great job.
Right.
But it was just the pacing. Oh, and the score. I love the Tangerine Dream score.
Yes.
It was very engaging.
Yeah, and like I said, 5 out of 10 ain't bad. It's halfway.
Yeah.
We've rated lots of movies way lower.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So this movie was shot in Chicago in the spring of 1980. It was directed by Michael Mann, who did The Keep in 1983.
Mm-hmm.
He also did Manhunter, which was Hannibal, the first Hannibal movie, Hannibal Lecter film.
Yeah.
He also directed Last of the Mohicans and Heat.
Okay.
This movie was produced by Jerry Bruckheimer and Ronnie Kahn, written by Michael Mann, and it was based on a book called The Home Invaders by Frank Hoheimer.
All right.
And, of course, the score for this movie was done by Tangerine Dream, who also did the score for Firestarter, Legend, Near Dark, 3 O'Clock High, to name a few.
Okay.
What you got?
So after the 1972 film The Godfather, this was James Caan's favorite film.
Okay.
That he owned, his own films.
Okay.
This was his favorite one, second favorite, as first was The Godfather.
Right.
Of course.
Gotcha.
He had stated that his monologue in the diner was the scene of which he was most proud of in his career.
I could really see the diversity in his acting in that particular scene.
Right, because he's always been just kind of like the tough guy.
Yeah.
Short, worded tough guy. But
no, he was able to convey a soft emotion in that conversation.
Yeah,
and it really stood out.
Yeah, and like we said, it wasn't a bad movie. It just didn't fall through for either one of us.
Just for pacing purposes.
Yeah. Jeff Bridges was Michael Mann's choice to play Frank at first, but was rejected due to the fact that he was young, and wasn't experienced enough to play the hardened criminal
who had been in prison for 11 years.
Yeah. James Caan made sure to speak slowly and clearly, and tried to avoid using contractions in his words. He decided that Frank would do this so he would save time by never having to repeat himself. So,
okay.
That's why he kind of spoke, slowly.
Yeah.
Which, I should practice that because I talk too fast. And
so do I. I try to talk faster than my brain works, and my brain works pretty slow.
Yes, I do too. And I had a stroke, a few years ago, and I kind of blame that, but I think it's just I just talk too fast and stutter over my words, really.
It's just trying to talk faster than your brain.
Yep, exactly.
Is operating. Yeah.
In the hospital scene, James Caan decided to share it coldly. What? Oh, he decided to. Did I say share?
Yeah,
I said share. He decided to stare.
Oh,
see, I can't even read my own writing. Yeah. He decided to stare coldly at JJ. JJ Saunders, who played the doctor. This really frightened Saunders, and his reaction in the scene is genuine.
Okay.
So, The screenplay for this film was adapted from the novel The Home Invaders, like you said, written by Frank Holmheimer, like you already mentioned that. A professional thief he was.
Okay. A professional thief he was.
He was. I'm going straight Yoda there. Homer. What's it? Hoheimer was serving time in prison at the time this film was in production. Film debuts of Jim Belushi, like we mentioned. Also, William Peterson, Dennis Farina, John Kapolis, John Kapolis, and Robert Prosky. This was his film debut.
Is it really?
Yeah. Which
really?
is shocking, really.
Okay.
But yeah, he started late.
Yeah.
But and who don't know Robert Prosky, if you've ever seen The Great Outdoors.
Oh yeah, he was in that too.
He was the camp owner or camp caretaker that had the lamp for a shotgun.
Yep.
So
he was also in
Christine.
Christine.
Yes.
He was also in the Last Action Hero.
Yes. Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was the ticket. He was the movie guy.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, that's Robert Prosky.
Yep.
Anyways, a late starter. Here we go.
Okay.
Here we go again. Wow. A late starter, Robert Prosky, was already 50 years old when he appeared in this film.
Okay.
So that's how old he was. Jim Belushi's brother, John, visited the set often. The cast and crew would often hang out at Belushi's speakeasy. The Blues Brothers Bar is what it was called. After work.
Cool.
So that's kind of cool. They had a speakeasy.
Yeah.
The film implies that Okla, played by Willie Nelson, was a father figure to Frank as a young boy. In reality, Nelson is only 7 years older than James Caan in real life.
Really?
Yeah. So yeah, that's all I got.
Okay. Well, let's move on to the last movie. We've got one more movie.
Yes. What we got?
K-9.
They walk the mean streets of the city, protecting each and every one of us. Tough guys can't scare them. Rich men can't buy them. Absolutely nothing can stop them. Well, almost nothing.
Hey, didn't I tell you to go before we left the station?
This is Mike Dooley.
Are you even paying attention to me?
And his new partner, meet Officer Lewis.
This is a highly trained, vicious police dog.
But he's peculiar from time to time.
What kind of animal eats chili?
He's a lover.
This kind loves cops. You got 10 minutes. Kill.
He's a rebel.
Don't you ever pull anything like that again.
He's amazing.
I can't believe all that came out of one animal.
Look, let's get one thing straight. The woman is mine.
He's a hit in high society. But when he goes undercover, he has his own way of making a collar.
Hey, how about that pup, huh? I need a real dog. Benji. Did you see how he found all those cubs?
They're the two toughest cops in town. One's just a little smarter than the other. James Belushi in K-9.
All right, so K-9, not to be confused with Turner and Hooch.
Yes, which came out
3 months.
3 months after.
Yep.
Yeah.
K-9 was released April 28th, 1989 by Universal Pictures. Turner and Hooch was actually released July 28th, 1989.
And they're very similar movies.
Yeah, quite similar. But this one stars Jim Belushi, Mel Harris, Ed O'Neill, Kevin Teague, Kevin Teague, Pruitt Taylor Vince, who you may know as the actor who has the condition called Nystagmus, who is the condition that creates involuntary eye movement.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
He was also in Identity.
Mm-hmm.
This movie also has Bill Sadler and Rando the dog.
Yes.
His name is not actually Jerry Lee. It's Rando. This is his real name.
Sorry, I got some feedback there. Sorry.
This was made on a budget of $17 million. Do you think it flopped?
No.
It did not. It made $78.2 million.
Damn.
IMDb rated this 6.1 out of 10. Letterboxd gave it a 2.8 out of 5. Rotten Tomatoes gave it 30% with a 44% audience approval rating. I gave it a 6 out of 10.
I gave it 7 out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah, it was good.
I watched it again last night, actually. It had been several years since I've seen it.
The sequels are bad.
I haven't seen them.
Yeah, they're bad. They were direct-to-video.
Oh, yeah, one of those
Yeah.
direct-to-videos. This was shot on location in San Diego between August and October of 1988. It was directed by Rod Daniel, who also directed Teen Wolf. Produced by Charles Gordon, who also produced Night of the Creeps, Waterworld, October Sky, and Field of Dreams.
Yep.
Also, Lawrence Gordon, who we talked about last episode.
Yeah.
He produced Watchmen.
Right.
Among many other movies. This was written by Steven Seagal and Scott Myers, and the score was done by Miles Goodman, who also did the score for What About Bob, Little Shop of Horrors, and Teen Wolf as well.
All right.
What you got, Sea Dog?
So, contrary to the claim made by Jim Belushi's character that his car is a classic 1965 Mustang, the only 65 Mustang in the movie is the one at the end when they were driving to Vegas.
Okay.
Any others used in the movie were actually 66 models.
Okay.
So, you're off. Not much difference, but vaguely. The waiter serving Dooley at the Hotel del Coronado is played by Dan Castellaneta. Dan Castellaneta. I'm not even, yeah.
Yep.
The good old Dan.
Old Dan, that's what we call him.
Or if you can't pronounce his name, he is known for the voice.
What the fuck was that?
Shush! The voice of Homer Simpson in the long-running animated comedy The Simpsons.
Yeah.
So, gosh, I cannot talk today. The game played by Dooley in his car is a Game & Watch from Nintendo. The game is called Manhole, which was released in 1983. Released about 3 months before Turner and Hooch. We already mentioned that. Turner and Hooch was a similar comedy.
Yeah.
About a dog, an ill-disciplined dog, and they team up in order to solve a crime. Speaking of dogs.
Yeah. Rex.
His tappy toes. Detective Dooley is the name of Jim Belushi's character in Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh, okay.
He took over a small role from actor Paul Dooley.
Okay.
So
he's only in the theatrical version of that movie. In the director's cut, it is
Paul Dooley. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that guy. Right. In its first weekend of release, this film failed to dislodge another animal-themed movie from the top of the U.S. box office, Pet Sematary from 1989.
Yeah.
So, which is a good movie.
Yep. Fred Gwynn.
Yes. And that's all I got.
All right, guys.
All right.
What are we going to talk about next week?
Well, what are we talking about next week? Let me look.
Is it Denzel?
I believe so. Let me look here.
I'll look too. Let's see if we can get it quicker.
Yes, Denzel Washington.
Okay.
We're going to discuss Denzel Washington films.
Cool.
So, all right. Well, let's play our last segment. Pick it or kick it.
Do it.
All right. So, our first film was Mr. Destiny. You gonna pick it or kick it? Do you have you grasped the concept of this?
Sort of.
The segment? Okay. Pick it, you're keeping it.
Yeah,
Kick it,
yeah.
you're going to watch it once and kick it to the curb.
Oh, no, I'm picking it.
You're picking it? Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm picking this one too.
Yeah.
Taking care of business.
Pick it.
Pick it?
Pick
Okay.
it,
Yes. I agree. Pick it also. Curly Sue.
Arr, arr, arr.
Yeah.
Pick
he likes
it.
this movie. Yeah, pick it. Yeah, so far. The Principal.
Dude, you know.
Come on, pick it. Yes. K9.
Kick it.
Kick it.
Yeah.
It was okay. And then finally Thief.
Kick it.
Kick it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good movie to watch the first time, but yeah, that's it.
Yep.
All right. Well, that's our episode.
Stick a fork in me.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
I wish you could just shut your big yapper!